Good afternoon, friends. This is our next lecture, that is second lecture of 6th unit, that is documentation. In last lecture, we have covered the basic concepts of documentation in introductory part. Now, today's session we have to learn different principles of debugging documentation. Okay, नंतर producing, otherwise it is the importance of documentation. After that we have to study the types of documentation and their importance. Okay, after that we have to study the what is known by user documentation and all. After that, software documentation types are there, importance of documentation for the developer. These topics we have to cover. Without wasting our time, we will start with our next lecture, that is today's lecture. Documentation is any communicable material that is used to describe, explain or instruct regarding some attributes of the object. Okay, क्या है documentation is a communicable material, okay, to describe anything or explain everything. Its parts, assembly, installation, maintenance and use. Okay, documentation can be provided on paper, online or digital or analog media such as audio tape or CDs. Documentation is not only on the paper. Okay, for example, for any subject you give the file for practical, that is documentation, right? Online, in Gmail, Google Mail, we save our data as a document, right? Digital or analog media is there, like videos are there in our mobile, which is also a data, that is documentation is there. Okay, example are user guide, white papers, online help and quick reference guides. Paper or hard copy documentation has become less common. Documentation is often distributed via website, software product and other online applications. What happened? In 10 years ago, there is only a paperwork is there, not soft copy available. That time hard copy documentation is preferred, but nowadays it is less common. Nowadays the soft copy is preferable because it's easy to handle, right? We used for online websites, software products and other online applications for the documentation. Clear? Documentation is as a set of instructions. Materials should be confused with documentation science, the study of the recording and retrieval of information. What is in documentation is a set of instructional material. Should be confused with documentation science, the study of the recording and retrieval of information. Clear? We got the actual concept of documentation, how it happens and what are the sources. Clear? Now we are going to study the principle for producing documentation. While associated ISO standards are not easily available publicly, a guide from other sources from this topic may serve the purpose. Clear? Documentation development may involve document drafting, formatting, submitting, reviewing, approving, distributing, reposting and tracking, etc. Means what? ISO standards are not easily available publicly. Clear? For documentation development, there are different steps are there, like drafting, formatting, submitting, reviewing, approving, distributing, reposting and tracking. What happen in for drafting? We have to collect all data. In formatting, we have to manage it is in a order sequence, right? We have to submit it in, that is next we have to review. it is clear or not. After that we have to approve it from seniors. After that distributing that uh, documents. After that reposting and tracking, etc. Clear, and are conveyed by associated SOPs in a regular regulatory industries. It could also involve creating content from scratches. Documentation should be easy to read and understand. One main thing is that document should be clear. Anyone can, new member or user can handle it. They can be able to understand. Okay, it means document should be easy to read and understand. If it's too long and too wordy, it must be misunderstood or ignored. Clear means what? If For example, if you get a very broad book for study, or number of pages are more and very lengthy lesson is there, you get bored and misunderstood, and you will going to ignore that. Same like that, if your document is not clear or long or too wordy, then it may be misunderstood or ignored. Clear, concise words should be used. Here in documentation you have to use clear words. Okay, and sentences should be limited to a maximum of 15 words. Clear, sentence is not so lengthy, only maximum 15 words in one sentence is there. Clear, then and then your document is identical and preferred by users, otherwise it is ignored. Okay, documentation intended for a general audience should avoid gender specific terms and cultural basis. Okay, documentation intended for the general audience should avoid gender specific terms or culture basis. Mean what? For public or general audience, documentation should not have the topic of gender specific terms or cultural basis, because India have different cultures. Okay, it get misunderstood. In a series of procedures, steps should be clearly numbered. When you document, when you drafting your document or formatting your document, every procedure should have numbering, 1 2 3 4, every page have numbering, then it get easy to study or understand. This is all about principles for producing document. Next is producing document. What we have to do. Technical writers and corporate communicators are professionals whose field and work is documentation. As we know, technical writers are present or corporate communicators are there whose main work is to make documentation, right? Identically, technical writers have a background in both the subjects matters and also in writing. Clear, technical writers are there whose responsibility or whose have a background in both subject matter and writing, managing contents and information agriculture architecture. Okay, technical writers more commonly collaborate with subject matter experts, SME, subject matter experts. Okay, such as engineers, technical experts, medical professionals, etc. Technical writers are commonly collaborate with subject matter experts, such as engineers are there, technical experts are there, medical professionals are there. Okay, to define and then create document be meet the user need. While preparing document or creating the document, we have to meet the user need first, and then we have to start to create the document. Corporate communication include other types of written documentation. Okay, this discuss already discuss is all about the technical writers. Now we are going to talk about the corporate communications including other types of written documentation. For example is there, Following are the example for corporate communicators. Okay, first one is market communication. Its short form is MarCom. MarCom writers and avatar to convey the company's value proposition through the variety of print, electronic and social media. This area of corporate writing is often engaged in responding to proposals. What happen in market communication? Marcom is the short form. Marcom writers and to convey the company's value proposition through a variety of prints are there, right? Electronic is there and social media is there. This area of corporate writing is often engaged in responding to proposals. Clear? Next one is technical communication. Technical communication is short form is TechCom. Technical writers documents a company product or a service. Technical publications can include user guide, installation and configuration manuals and troubleshooting and repair the procedure. What happen in telecom? Technical writer documents a company's product or service, right? Then technical publications can include the user guide, installation and configuration manuals. Okay, after that troubleshooting and repair procedures are there. Next is the example for corporate communication is legal writing. As we know, legal notice is there, legal documentations are there, which is finalized under the with the help of lawyer, right? This type of documents is often prepared by attorney or spark legals. Okay. Next is compliance documentation. This type of documentation code files standard operating procedures SOPs for any regular compliance need as for safety approval, taxation, financing, technical approval and all. What is under the compliance documentation? In compliance documentation confined standard SOPs for any regulatory compliance need as for safety approval, taxation, financing, technical approval and all. Clear? After that, next example is healthcare documentation. This field of documentation encompasses the timely recording and validation of events that have occurred during the course of providing healthcare. Healthcare documentation, as we know in medical, that is in a hospital, there is when we admit there, okay, then every day, every our update is recorded in a file, right? This is the healthcare documentation. Clear? The importance of documentation. Documentation plays a crucial role in any treatment setting. Like documentation help assures continuity of care that are more important moment in treatment. Proper documentation can as help the practitioner to recall those movements, behaviors and emotions can help tell a story. Bringing able to discover patterns can help to recover reasons for certain behavior. Documentation is a very simple tool to help any practitioners unveiling patterns. It can help track the progress in addressing through patterns and unhealthy behavior. If a practitioner is not utilizing the tool of documents, it would prove to be very difficult to make continual progress on any one area, let alone multiple areas. Clear? What happen? I will give you one example is there. If there is one big hospital, there is all facility present, right? Like X-ray is there, MRI is there, also a small OPD unit is there. When you go towards the to meet the doctor, they ask you, is there your old file is with you? Means what? Is there any proper health checkup is done by you? If yes, then there is a documentation of that with you, right? The why they ask you that? Because that file help them to find out the disease. Clear? Clear? If you have a hand pain in your hand, then they ask you, is there any crack in past? In past there is any crack in your hand or all? If there, yes, give me that x-ray, then I will recognize what happened exactly. Means what? If you have documentation with you, you can solve any problem. Not in only medical, in engineering field also. If you are making application, then you need the documentation with you, right? How, what you do, how you do, what is the requirement. User requirement is also important. Means what? Without the documentation, it is difficult to make continual progress on any one area, let alone multiple areas. Clear? Next is, through documentation help to access the through documentation help to access the client's subsequent care. It's important for practitioners should may serve the client down the line, have proper information. Without meaningful documentation, it would prove difficult for any future practitioners to continue timely progress. As I mentioned earlier, if it is important to identify pattern and track the client progress, if the new practitioner is not aware of the knowledge, insight and progress you have made, it would be a hindrance to any further progress until the practitioner is able to discover and learn the insight on their own. This is not only a determinant to the subsequent practitioners but to your client as well. Means what? If you want to help to assist the client subsequent care, then you know you want proper information, that is documentation. Without you cannot do it. Okay, in every field it's important to minimize as much risk as possible. Documentation is a great tool in protecting against loss, lawsuit and complaints. Documentation help ensures consist and explanation. It helps to tell the narrative for decision made and how yourself or the client responds to different situations. In this same manner, it is important to record information that can help support the proper treatment plan and the reasoning of such service. There are many legal and regulatory requirements in this field, and proper documentation help to maintain compliance. If document is not up to par, it could affect license and or as accreditation. It would be difficult to defend or explain one's action to a listening board without the supporting documents. What happens? In every field it is important to minimize risk, right? Then documentation is a great tool to protect against the lawsuit and complaints. For example, I used to take one LIC insurance, right? LIC. Then when I pay first installment, I ask for the receipt because I know if I have an receipt, then my risk is minimized. Clear? If I don't have any proof of installation paid or my policy number, then it is risky to manage, right, if there any fault like that. Clear? It is important to record information that can help support the proper treatment plan and reasoning for such services. Clear? There are many legal and regulatory requirements in this field, and proper documentation help to maintain compliance. If documentation is not up to par, it could affect licenses and or accreditation. It would be difficult to defend to explain one's action to a licensing board without the supporting document. Any professional is always looking for a way to improve or better approach, right? A more successful course of treatment or fresh idea of tackle ongoing problem. Documentation is a crucial in achieving these measures. Okay, documentation will help determine if these were isolated result or a possible approach to treatment that could continually produce successful outcome. One of the most important issue close to myself is the quality of care. Documentation is the only long-term way to assure the quality of care is not only maintained but consistently improve if there are problems or issues that are hindrance to providing quality service. It is important to document it and the progress is rectifying them. When something is identified to a problematic, it's crucial to create effective preventive measures, right? Having worked for some time, utilization review documentation is the single most tool. Means what? We have to time in utilization review documents in a single important tool. Documentation help to determine if service are being productive and should continue. On the flip side, if documents is lacking, it's next to impossible to define the continuation of the treatment. Many clients rely on insurance to be able to afford treatment and other services. If documentation cannot support the service being provided, it is the client who suffer when they no longer can have a means to pay for such service. It's proven difficult to present a case to continue treatment when there is not enough documentation supporting it. Providers want to see treatment being successful, and if not, what is the plan? Recently, providers have switched from a fee-based model to a perform-based fee. What's so unique about this approach is take into account more than a single client. It looks at service provided as a whole. This is important to recognize because documentation is the only way to truly measure result over a long period of time. It's interesting how much documentation affects. I have multiple discussions with the other professionals, and personally I feel and practitioners who does not produce accurate and proper documentation is falling their clients. Okay? Documentation assures the client is receiving the best possible treatment. It can determine the availability for funds to afford the treatment. Documentation is part of treatment process itself. It become if documentation is not being done or inadequate, it's easy to determine the client is not getting the best possible treatment because an integral part of the treatment processes is not being completed. Another role documentation plays is the collaborating among a team member. Often clients are seen by multiple members of the same team. One team member needs to be able to see what other members have discussed or begins working on. They need to be able to see what goal the client is working on and where they are in the progress. Every team member has specific specialties and documentation help assures that can maximize the quality and the service they provide. For example, one company is there, POSCO Steel Maharashtra. There is a head of department is uh, for example, his name is Sagar Davangi. Okay, and he have its own team of 10 member. In that 10 member, new member 10 member, they are working on project, right? Then what is the role of Sagar, who is the head of that company? He have to watch on that 10 members, what they do, how they do, and team member have one documentation file or document is there. Through that he can improve the quality of the service they provide, that client provides. Clear? This is the role of documentation play in the collaborating among a team members. Is my point clear to you? Okay. To sum everything up, documentation is one of the most vital part in the course of treatment. It has a vast multitude of purposes. It assures the quality of service, renders the continuity of care and protections for the client as well as the practitioners. It maintains compliance for legal and accreditation processes. It helps to direct the courses of treatment as well as the ability to afford such treatment. Documentation play so an integral part in any practitioner's process. It would wise to maximize the usefulness of documentation. Documentation is so important in any treatment process. The lack of documentation not only may seem negligible but could quite possible be deemed negligible. Okay, it is important to plan a course of treatment without paper documentation. It would be able to measure the growth or progressing in treatment without solid documentation. It's unfair to the client, your team member, and for the future practitioners. What happened here? Everything sum To sum everything up, documentation is one of the most vital part, as we know, in course of treatment. It has vast multitude of purposes. It assures the quality of services rendered, the continuity of care and protections for the client as well as the practitioners. It maintains compliance for legal acceleration purposes. It helps to direct the course of treatment as well as the ability to afford such treatment. Okay, document plays so an integral part in any practitioner's processes. It would wise to maximize the usefulness of documentation. Documentation is so important in any treatment process. The lack of documentation not only may seem negligible but could quite possible be deemed negligible. It is impossible to plan a course of treatment without proper documentation, right? It would be able to measure the growth or progress in treatment without solid document also. It's unfair to the client, your team members, and any future practitioners, right? Another way to look at documentation is to echo an old philosophical questions. If a petitioner's reader's service and there is no documentation to support it, did it happens? No. Right? Types of documentation and their importance. Now we have to see the types of documentation and their importance. Okay, documenting the system. In one sense, every information system development project is unique. Clear? What? Every information system development project is unique, not same, and will generate its own unique documentation In another sense, through system development, projects are probably more alike than they are different. Clear? System development projects are probably more unlike than they are different. Each project shares a similar system development life cycle. Listen, there is same life cycle for every project, but every project information system development project is unique na. Clear? No same documentation is there, only process or life cycle is same, which indicates that certain activities be undertaken and that each of those activities be documented. Specific documentation will vary depending on the life cycle you are following, and the format and content of the documentation may be mandated by the organization you work for. Start developing documentation elements early as the information needed is captured. Each project share a similar system development, right? Life cycle which indicates that certain activities be undertaken and that each of those activities be documented. Specific documentation will vary depending on the life cycle you are following, and the format and the content of the documentation may be mandated by the organization you work for. Okay, start developing documentation elements early as the information needed is captured. Okay, yes. Then types of documentation in system. We can simplify the situation by dividing the types of documentation into two basic types: system documentation, user documentation. Right? In first is system documentation. Record details. In system documentation, record detailed information about a system's design specifications, its internal working and its functionality. What happens? In system documentation, there is a record which contains the information about the system design specifications, its internal working and its functionality. System documentation can be further divided into internal and external documentation. Okay, for in internal documentation, in the part of a program code or it is generated at the compile time. External documentation includes the outcome of all the structure diagram techniques such as data flow, entity relationship diagram. Okay, in short, in system documentation there is a record which contains the system design specification, internal working and its functionality are stored. Okay, system documentation is divided into two parts: internal documentation and external documentation. In that, in internal documentation, source code is source code or generated compile time is stored, and in external documentation there is a outcome of all the structured diagramming techniques, data flow or entity relationship diagrams are present. Okay, the user documentation. In the written is written or other visual information about how an application system works and how to use it. Although not part of code itself, external documentation can provide useful information to the primary users of system documentation. Maintenance programmers, okay, it is written or other usual information user in user documentation, written or other visual information about how the application system works and how to use it. Although not part of code itself, external documentation can provide useful information to the primary users of the system documentation, maintenance programmers, etc. Okay. For example, data flow diagram provide a data overview of system structure. Is the past external documentation was typically degraded after implementation. Okay, primarily because it was considered too costly to keep up to date, but today's integrated development environment makes it possible to maintain and update external documentation as long as desired. Okay, whether as a system documentation is intended primarily for maintenance programmers, user documentation is intended mainly for users, and organizations should have definitive standards on system documentation. Okay, system documentation is intended primarily for maintenance programmers, users. Documentation is intended mainly for users, and organizations should have definite standard on system definition documentation. Okay, these standards may include the outline for the project dictionary and specific pieces of documentation within it. Standard for user documentation are as explicit. User documentation is there. User documentation consists of written or other visual information about an application system, how it works and how to use it. An excerpt of online user documentation for Microsoft Visio appears in figure 10.7. The documentation listed the item necessary to perform the task. The user inquired about the user's control how much of the help is shown. See figure 10.7. This is figure 10.7. Online user documentation for Microsoft Visio. Sources Microsoft product screenshots. Reprinting with permission for Microsoft Corporation is there. Observe this diagram. Observe it carefully and try to understand the concept. Here figure 10.7 represents the concept of a reference guide, just one type of user documentation. Okay, other types of user documentation include a quick reference guide. Okay, user's guide, released description, system administrator's guide and acceptance sign off. Most online references guides allows you to search by topic area or by typing what typing the first few letters of your keyword. Reference guide agent get offer specific information as shown in figure 10.7 but are not as good for the broader picture of how to perform all the steps required for a given task. The quick reference guide provides essential information about the operating a system in a short, concise format. where computer resources are shared and many users perform similar tasks on the same machine, as with airline reservation or mail order catalog clerks. Quick reference guides are often printed on index cards or as small books and mounted on or near the computer terminals. The purpose of a reference guide is to provide information on how users can use computer system to perform specific tasks. The information in a user guide is typically ordered by how often tasks are performed and how complex they are. Increasingly, software vendors are using the websites to provide additional user guide content. What the information in user's guide is typically ordered by how often tasks are performed and how complex they are. Okay. Increasingly, software vendors are using websites to provide additional user guide content. Figure 10.8 shows the Microsoft Visio help page, web based on documentation that allows clear. This is 10.8. Structure of an online reference user's guide. Source is Microsoft product screen shot reprint with permission from Microsoft Corporation. Here is the basic task in Visio. Observe it carefully. Vendor to provide more up-to-date reference material without issuing new software CDs, because most software is reissued as new features are added. A release description contains information about a new system release, including a list of complete documentation for the new release features and enhancements, known problems, and how they have been dealt with in the new release, and information about the installation. Okay, a system administrative guide is intendedly primarily for a particular type of user, those who will install and administer a new system, and contains information about the network on which the system will run. Software interfaces for peripherals such as printers, troubleshooting, and setting up users account. Finally, the acceptance sign of arrow users to test for proper system installation, and they signify their acceptance of a new system and its documentation with their signatures. Okay, importance of documentation for the developer. Each function in a piece of software solves a specific problem, right? Before you try to solve any problem, you should have a good understanding of exactly what happened the problem is. It makes no sense just to start writing and then afterwards look at what you have come with to see whatever it solves any useful problem. What happened? Documentation for the developer. Each function a piece of software solves a specific problem. Before you try to solve the problem, you should have a good understanding of exactly what is the problem is. Okay, that makes no sense to just start the writing and afterwards look at what you have come up with the see whether it solves any useful problem. In experienced computer programming, imagine that they can keep all the problems description in their heads. Experiences have showed that they can't three issues come up when writing a function definition without written documentation. You only have a rough idea of what is it is supposed to do. While you write the idea morphes in your head, a simple encryption can cause you idea to lose what focus it has. You start thinking about the problem as a whole instead of thinking of just the function that you are working on. And the further and the function start to take responsibilities that it should have nothing to do with. Suppose that you test the function and find that it does not work, so you need to fix it. But during the processing of fix it, you have nothing but your memory telling that you want to function is supposed to do. Okay, it It is difficult to keep that in your head along with the details of how the function is supposed to work and the process of fixing a function definition take a function further away from its original intent. Okay, later when you need to use that function you have forgotten just what it does. Unwilling to reserve engineers it, you make a guess based on what you remember. You often forget important details and your software does not work because of it. You are faced with laborious debugging to find out what is going on. Importance of documentation for maintenance is continue in next lecture. Okay, what you study today? Today we are going through the documentation definition. What is the actual documentation type? Which are the different sources? Online, paper, digital and analog media, CD steps. Which are studied? Principle of producing document we study, right? There is the 5 examples of commercial communicators, importance of documentation we have studied, right? After that, types of documentation and their importance we have studied, right? Then system documentation, user documentation. In system documentation there is two topics, internal documentation and external documentation, their definition, their examples we have seen today. After that, user documentation we have studied, we see different examples on that, right? Importance of the developer we see how developer have the importance of the documentation. For today's lecture it is enough, we will stop here. In next lecture we will start with the importance of documentation for the maintainer. Okay, who is going to maintain. Thank you for today's lecture.